Greetings, fellow Whovians. Well, time for another Doctor Who episode review. And today we're going to be looking at The Time Warrior, which features not only the first appearance of the Sontarans, but also the first appearance of my all-time favorite companion, Sarah Jane Smith. Woohoo! So anyway, here we go. In the Middle Ages, the bandit Iron Gron and his aide Bloodaxe, together with their rabble criminals, find the crashed spaceship of a Sontaran warrior named Lynx. The alien claims Earth for his empire and sets about repairing his ship, offering Iron Gron magic weapons that will make him a king in return for shelter. They strike a bargain, though Iron Gron remains suspicious. Gee, I wonder why. The Doctor and Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart are investigating the disappearance of several scientists from a top-secret scientific research complex. They do not know Lynx has used an osmic projector to send himself forward 800 years and has kidnapped the scientists, then hypnotized them into making repairs on his ship. The projector only lets him appear in another time for a brief period. While the Doctor investigates, he meets an eccentric scientist called Rubish and a young journalist called Sarah Jane Smith, who has infiltrated the complex by masquerading as her aunt. Later that evening, Rubish disappears, and the Doctor uses the data he has gathered to pilot the TARDIS back to Middle Ages, not realizing no companion Sarah has stowed away on board. Iron Gron has stolen his castle from an absent nobleman, and relations with his neighbors are appalling. Indeed, the mild Lord Edward of Wessex has been provoked into building an alliance against him, and, when this is slow in developing, sends his archer Hal on an unsuccessful mission to kill Iron Gron. The robber baron is in a foul mood, and when a captured Sarah is brought before him. His mood improves when Lynx presents him with a robot knight, which is then put to the test on a captured Hal. The archer is only saved when the Doctor intervenes from afar, shooting the robot control box from Iron Gron's hands. The ensuing confusion lets both Hal and Sarah flee, and they head for Wessex Castle. Meanwhile, the Doctor has realized that both Sarah is in the time period and has been captured, and also that she previously supposed him to be in league with Iron Gron. The next morning, the robber baron and his troops assault the castle using rifles supplied by Lynx, but the attack is repelled by the Doctor's cunning. The failure further sours the relationship between Lynx and Iron Gron, which has deteriorated since the robot knight fiasco, and the point at which the robber saw the Sontaran's true visage beneath his helmet. The Doctor now decides to lead an attack on Iron Gron's castle, and he and Sarah enter dressed as friars. He makes contact with Rubish and finds the human scientist in a state of extreme exhaustion. Lynx catches the Doctor in the laboratory once more. This time is rendered immobile when a lucky strike from Rubish hits its probic vent, a Sontaran revealing point on the back of their necks, which is also their main weakness. Rubish and the Doctor use the osmic projector to send the scientists back to the 20th century. Sarah now invites herself into Iron Gron's kitchen, using the opportunity to drug the food, thereby knocking out Iron Gron's men. Nice. A recovered Lynx now determines his ship is repaired enough to effect a departure. Once more he encounters the Doctor, and they wrestle in combat. A crazed and half-drugged Iron Gron arrives and accuses Lynx of betraying him. The Sontaran responds by killing him. As Lynx enters his spherical vessel, Hal arrives and shoots him in the probic vent, and the Sontaran warrior falls dead over his controls, triggering the launch mechanism. Knowing the place is about to explode when the shuttle takes off, Bloodaxe awakes and rouses the remaining men and tells them to flee, while the Doctor hurries the last of his allies out of the castle. It explodes moments before the Doctor and Sarah depart in the TARDIS. Whew! Man, good thing got there just in time, huh? Anyway, let's take a look at some continuity production elements of the story. This serial marks the number of firsts. The first appearance of both Sarah Jane Smith and the Sontarans, the first mention of the name Gallifrey in reference to the Doctor's home planet, and the Routons, who will later appear in Horror of Fang Rock. It also marks the first appearance of a new opening credits sequence and a new diamond-shaped logo. Aha! Working titles for the story included The Time Fugitive and The Time Survivor. The original outline for the serial was humorously submitted to the production office in the form of a field report from Sontaran Field Marshal Holmes to Terran Kedix. Okay. Location shooting at both Wessex Castle and Iron Gron's Castle was set at Peckford and Castle in Cheshire, utilizing different views. The series stars Jeremy Bulloch as the archer Hal. Bulloch would go on to perhaps greater fame as bounty hunter Boba Fett in the Star Wars films. He previously played Tor in the Space Museum. Nice. This series also stars Kevin Lindsay as Commander Lynx. Lindsay would reappear as Joe J in John Pertwee's last episode, Planet of the Spiders. This story introduces a new opening sequence and includes a slit-scan time tunnel effect. It also introduces a new diamond-shaped logo. These remained in use until 1980. This is the first story in the series' history to refer to each segment as a part rather than an episode. This remained until the end of the classic series, with the exception of Destiny of the Daleks. So overall, a pretty good story. Like I said, that's the first appearance of the Sontarans and Sarah Jane Smith. So, rock on. Anyway, I give The Time Warrior 5 sonic screwdrivers out of 5. Well, join me next week as we witness the invasion of the dinosaurs. Should be interesting. Anyway, until then, this is Hoovy and Queen saying, "Oh my giddy aunt! When I say run, run! I've reversed the polarity of the neutron flow. Would you like a jelly baby? Fantastic! Allons-y! Geronimo!" Bow ties are cool, fezzes are cool, and Stetsons are cool.